resort to a violent armed resistance against India in order to defend what it calls the unique history and sovereign existence of Nagaland. Well, in a lengthy 5-page statement issued yesterday by the group's General Secretary T.H. Muiva, the NSCN-IM leader said that the government of India may now impose a political agreement that will not respect and honor the framework agreement of August 3rd, 2015 in letter and spirit. Secondly, Muiva said in the statement that the government of India may force the NSCN-IM to sign a political agreement without a separate flag and constitution for the Nagas and could even resort to military force to crush the Naga movement. In its most direct confrontation with the government of India ever since the 1997 ceasefire, the NSCN-IM General Secretary said that if there were to be any violent face-off between India and what he called Nagaland, it would be on account of not honoring the 2015 Framework Agreement. Muiva said that if a violent armed confrontation were to take place again, the government of India and its leadership will be solely responsible. Muiva in his statement once again made it clear that an honorable political settlement can only be expected if the government of India officially recognized and acknowledged a sovereign flag and constitution for Nagaland in any political agreement that may come. The NSCN-IM General Secretary also said that his group would like to propose a third-party intervention in order to ensure that the 2015 Framework Agreement is honored in letter and spirit by the authorities. Muiva also said that if such a political initiative is rejected by the government of India, the NSCN-IM shall resume a violent armed resistance to protect what he called Nagaland's sovereignty and freedom and unique history. Muiva in his statement revealed that since August 1st, 1997, when the ceasefire agreement between the government of India and the NSCN-IM was reached, more than 600 rounds of negotiations had taken place between the two sides. He referred to two significant official agreements signed between the two sides during this period. One during the Prime Ministership of the late Atal Bihari Vajpayee and another during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's tenure. The two agreements are Amsterdam Joint Communique of July 11, 2002 and the Framework Agreement of August 3, 2015. Alright, and to give us more details, I'm now being joined live from a newsroom by our Editor-in-Chief, Wasbir Hussain. So, Wasbir, this is a massive statement by the NSCN-IM threatening to resume armed struggles. So, is the peace talks falling apart, Wasbir?
Ronak, this is by far the most belligerent statement given by the NSCN-IM ever since the ceasefire between the group and the government of India on 1st August 1997. That means in the last 27 years, this is for the first time that the NSCN-IM has come out with a statement that talks of a smacks of a direct confrontation with the government of India, and this statement, the 5-page statement issued yesterday, has been signed by none other than the NSCN-IM General Secretary Mr. Twingalang Muiva. Now, in this 5-page statement, this is the 5-page statement that the NSCN-IM has released under the signature of its General Secretary Mr. Twingalang Muiva. Now, the operative part of this long 5-page statement is that Mr. Muiva says that the government of India may now impose a political agreement that he thinks may not respect and honor in letter and spirit the framework agreement of the 3rd of August 2015. Secondly, in this statement, Mr. Muiva feels that the government of India may force the NSCN-IM to sign a political agreement without the separate flag and constitution for the Nagas, and he said, Mr. Muiva said in his statement that the government of India may even resort to military force to crush the Naga movement. This is the premise under which this statement has been issued. Now, Mr. Muiva has said that the NSCN-IM may be forced to resume. They said that they will resume the violent armed resistance against India in order to defend Nagaland and its unique history and quote-unquote sovereign existence. Now, it's the clear-cut terms the NSCN-IM has threatened to resort to an armed struggle and said that if a political initiative to resolve the issue in letter and spirit, if the government of India does not accept any political initiative to honor the framework agreement of 3rd of August 2015 in letter and spirit, and grant the NSCN-IM demand, concede the NSCN-IM demand for a separate flag and constitution for Nagaland, then the NSCN-IM will resort to armed struggle and start a violent armed resistance against India, as it said, for defending Nagaland's unique history and sovereign existence. This is what is stated clearly in this statement. Now, Mr. Muiva in the statement has also categorically said that if such a situation arises when the two sides has to enter into an armed confrontation, then he said, Mr. Muiva said, that it will only be the government of India and the leadership in the government of India that will be solely responsible for such an eventuality. Very, very interestingly, now the NSCN-IM has said that they are proposing a third party intervention. They are proposing a third party intervention to make the government of India honor the framework agreement of August 3, 2015 in letter and spirit. They want a third party political intervention to resolve the issue of a framework agreement. Basically, they want that the third party should help in making the government of India agree to the framework agreement of 3rd August 2015 in letter and spirit. Now, they're saying in the same breath, the statement says that if such a political initiative is rejected by the government of India, the NSCN-IM shall resume the violent armed resistance against India for defending the Nagaland unique history and sovereign existence, quote unquote. This statement signed by, as I said, none other than the NSCN-IM General Secretary, Mr. Twingaleng Muiva. Does it give an indication that the Naga peace process has reached its biggest roadblock ever? We have always been saying that the main reasons for the roadblock has been the NSCN-IM's insistence on their core demand of a flag and constitution, and the government of India had not really agreed to concede these two demands in the form that the NSCN-IM has been demanding, separate flag and constitution. Now, in this background, we have to see the meeting that veteran Naga political leader Mr. S.C. Jamir, former Chief Minister of Nagaland and former Governor, day before yesterday, that's on Wednesday, he met Union Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi. Now, after returning to his base in Dimapur in Nagaland, he gave his first interview to Northeast Live. I spoke to him this morning and I asked him a simple question. I asked Mr. S.C. Jamir, we have already played the interview. I asked Mr. S.C. Jamir what was the purpose for which he met Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah. Now, Mr. S.C. Jamir said that he had himself requested for an appointment with the Union Home Minister. The appointment was given and he finally met him day before yesterday, that's Wednesday, in New Delhi. Now, Mr. Jamir said that he asked one clarification. That's what he said. He said whether the NSCN-IM demand for a flag and constitution are negotiable or not. Now, Mr. Jamir quoted Union Home Minister as having told him that no, the flag and constitution are not negotiable. That's what Mr. Jamir, that's how Mr. Jamir quoted the Union Home Minister as saying that no, the Indian flag and constitution are non-negotiable. And Mr. Jamir said that flag and constitution are attributes of a sovereign state, and as such, India is a sovereign country. It has one flag, one constitution, one prime minister, and Mr. Jamir said therefore the government of India is never going to agree to the NSCN-IM demand for a separate flag and constitution. Now, this point has once again been highlighted in this statement by Mr. Twingaleng Muiva, the NSCN-IM Supremo or the General Secretary. Now he said that he said that yes, he has admitted that the odds are against Nagaland and the NSCN, but they said that they will take whatever steps that is necessary according to the decision mandated by Nagaland, as he said, and the Naga people to protect and defend, I quote, Nagaland unique history, number one. Number two, again within quotes, Nagaland sovereignty and freedom. Third, within quotes again, Nagaland sovereign territory. And fourth, within quotes, Nagaland sovereign national flag. And the last, within quotes again, Nagaland sovereign national constitution. Now, this is from this. It is also very, very clear that the NSCN-IM too has decided not to budge even a little from their demand for a separate flag and constitution. And what is significant is that the force, the energy, the force with which the NSCN-IM is talking about Nagaland's sovereignty, freedom and sovereign territory. Now, this is definitely looks like a toughening or a hardening of its position for the first time after the ceasefire of August 1, 1997. And as Mr. Muiva has himself revealed in this statement, that there have been 600 rounds of political negotiations between the two sides, that is the NSCN-IM and the government of India, ever since the ceasefire 27 years ago. So now this is a clear sign that the talks with the NSCN-IM has reached a deadlock as never before, and over the NSCN-IM demand for a flag and constitution. And if Mr. Jamir's is to be believed, the Home Minister Amit Shah had categorically told him that there can be no negotiation on the demand for a flag and constitution. Of course, we have not heard that directly from Mr. Amit Shah or the Union Home Ministry itself. Now the big question is, Ronak, now the big question is, what now? Can the government of India sign an agreement, Naga Accord? Will the NSCN-IM withdraw from the Naga peace process? If the NSCN-IM withdraws from the Naga peace process, will the government of India sign a deal with the other group, that is the NNPG? Because the NNPG has been saying right from beginning, ever since it signed the agreed positions in November 2017, they have been saying that our negotiations are over, we are ready to sign on the dotted line. Now, in that backdrop, it's a big if minded viewers, if the NSCN-IM is to withdraw from the peace process, the question comes whether the government of India will still go ahead and sign a Naga peace deal with the NNPG. We'll have to wait and watch. But things have been, as far as the NSCN-IM is concerned, from this particular statement and from what Mr. Jamir said, the Union Home Minister had told him, it is one can infer that the Naga peace process is almost back to square one. And if the Naga peace process has to be revived, it will require some massive work by the negotiators of the government of India, as well as the negotiators speaking on behalf of the NSCN-IM. Rana.
Absolutely. So, Wasbir, given the current state of affairs, what is the way forward according to you for the two sides? Because surely one of them has to take a back step to, for the talks to go forward.
Yes, Ronak, that exactly is the question that I posed to Mr. S.C. Jamir. What now? He said that the ball is in the court of the stakeholders, the ball is in the court of the NSCN-IM. He said that it is up to the NSCN-IM to decide what to do. And now if we take this statement by the NSCN-IM as its decision, one can certainly say that things are not boding well as far as the Naga peace process is concerned. Now again, another question, Jamir met Dr. S.C. Jamir met the Union Home Minister on Wednesday, and this statement was signed and prepared and signed on Thursday, that is yesterday. Now, did the NSCN-IM knew exactly what went on between the Union Home Minister and S.C. Jamir? Did the NSCN-IM get wind of what the Union Home Minister told S.C. Jamir, if at all that was the case? Because Mr. Jamir had categorically said that the Union Home Minister Amit Shah had told him that there can be no negotiations on the NSCN-IM demand of a flag and constitution. Is this a response to what the Home Minister told S.C. Jamir? We don't know. But if you go look at the sequence of the meetings, Mr. Jamir met the Home Minister on Wednesday, and this statement was signed on Thursday, and on what basis is Mr. Muiva saying that the government of India may impose a political agreement upon the NSCN-IM without a flag and constitution? How does the NSCN-IM know that the government of India will come up with a political agreement that will not honor the framework agreement of August 3? We don't know all these things. Whether the NSCN-IM has got some wind of a draft agreement that is already in circulation, we don't know. So these are big questions that only the NSCN-IM and the government of India and its negotiators will be able to answer.
Absolutely, a lot of uncertainties at this point. Only time will tell what is the way forward. For now, Wasbir Hussain, thank you very much for all those details on this big development.